I do want to play this clip though of the rail, marine, and transport workers in the UK are on strike, and there's an awful lot going on in the British press, which is, I mean, freakish even compared to ours. In how like, oh, these people, won't they think of the other workers and stuff like that? Well, there's a really good response here from one of the organizers. Let's see if we have his name. Actually.
His name is Mick Lynch.
Mick Lynch here in central London, and this is what everybody needs. This is the way you need to respond to these sorts of moments. Whenever there is workers on strike, don't let the press say, "Well, it's these workers versus all the other workers." These workers are fighting for everybody. Here's what they said.
Well, we're not special. The whole country is suffering, and we have got a membership and a trade union that is prepared to fight for what we've got. What the rest of the country suffers from is the lack of power, the lack of the ability to organise, and the lack of the wherewithal to take on these employers that are continually driving down wages and making the working class in this country poorer year on year on year, while the rich get richer and dividends are accelerated and the stock market is reasonably healthy. We've got full employment. We've got full employment and falling wages, and that is a situation that has never happened before, and it cannot be tolerated by working people or by the trade union movement.
So last year, the RMT workers took a pay freeze. Pay freeze that has cost them about £3,500, which I don't know what the conversion rate to that is, but you can imagine what $3,500 is, and I think it's a little bit more, quite a bit more than that. And they want there's talks of maybe forcing them to take another one, which would double that. And this is at a time where everybody knows that cost of living is rising massively, and what these workers are showing is this is actually the only way to do it. This isn't, they aren't spoiling it for everybody else. They're actually showing how to fight this, and this is the only way to do it. And you look at like the executives that run these transportation companies, and they're all fat cats that are making like 300 pounds, 400 pounds, 500,000 pounds a year. And when is it that we will see wealthy people anywhere do any sort of mass broad sacrifice for the things that the world's going through for the last 10 years? Like, I'm waiting my entire adult life. Like, what if...
You'll probably be waiting for your whole life.
Exactly. Like, what if wealthy people... Like, when's one sort of tug that you could see, like, oh, the wealthy, they felt that. Like, what? At the start of coronavirus, they maybe had to, like, change some travel plans? That's the closest we've got. We should see... like there's certain things that after World War I, the British landlord class had to start selling off properties and renting it out and parceling it off into apartment units because they couldn't afford the entire thing anymore. That's what we should be going towards. We should, if belts need tightening, we need to start at the top first.
And the Boris Johnson government has been, aggressively combating the rail union groups and trying to say that they're lying about all of this. It's been a bit of a standoff from my understanding, Matt. And it is a welcome change here in the United States that at least the Biden administration has not been actively hostile to unions flexing their muscles in this country. It's a huge welcome change from the Obama administration. The NLRB has been a lot less hostile to unionization and has been more aggressive in combating union busting by corporations in this country. These kinds of things do make a difference. And when we're talking about rebalancing the scales of power in a world that has depressed wages and sent them overseas in order to cut costs for multinational corporations, not respecting laws and undercutting them via, international pressures from trade. Yeah, this is the kind of solidarity that you need to see.
And there's certain folks in our profession that, it's just about the ideas, and let's just entertain all ideas and get down to the really big nuance. I'm not about ideas. I'm about supporting this and what these workers are doing, and I'm about making it hostile for anybody who would attack them. So there's my bias on the table.
So you're not about deontology, Matt?
I don't know what that means. If it's for workers, then I'm supported.
The trolley problem is what we're
You're
going to be
not
discussing.
about the trolley problem, Matt?
The trolley problem
Thanos moment.
here, though, is the National Union of Rail and of Rail Workers. In that is the trolley
works the
problem.
trolleys?
Yes. There we go.
Where'd those rails come from?
Are the workers in the trolley problem unionized? Is the question.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Tim Pool.